you're officially a Laker now.
Oh,
you
God.
won a championship. You're official. No, because this is my guy in the sense of like, he puts himself and we put him in the categories. Like, look, if you want to be the Magic, the Kobe Bryant, the Shaquille O'Neal, he knows you got to win a championship.
Yeah, Shaq. I remember when I first came here, Shaq, you know, he's a hard ass on everybody, man. And Shaq, I remember one of his quotes. He was like, "You're not a real Laker until you put a banner in the stadium."
Okay.
Until you put a banner in the arena.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
I was like, damn, that's a lot of pressure, because I remember just walking in Staples and looking up there and seeing all those damn banners and seeing all those jerseys. I was like, well, you got some work to do, man.
Yeah, but so can we talk about this, right? So I'm there. I get back to the arena. Clippers are playing in Game 7. Clippers are playing in Game 7. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Clippers are playing in Game 7. And I'm sitting there, I kid you not, and I promise you, I'm sitting here like the basket is like straightly where you are, like right there. When Paul George shoots that shot off the side of the backboard, I'm in awe because there's nobody in front of me except for the court. I turn around and it's like Woj, Rachel Nichols, it's Malika Andrews. I turn back and look up at the stands where the media all is, and their faces are like white. Eyes big, mouth drop, like they couldn't believe what they were seeing. And it was just like utter shock. You FaceTime me, and I was talking to Miles, so you FaceTime me, and you were like, you were not on the Paul George thing, but you were just shocked, like you couldn't believe.
I couldn't.
You were like, you couldn't believe that was what was going on, because you guys were already sealed, right?
Yeah.
So you thought you were going to be playing the Clippers, and all of a sudden it was like, was there a little joy, not in the fact that they lost or the way that they lost, but now being a part of that Clippers-Lakers rivalry? That's not a rivalry, but you know what I mean.
Right,
like that was supposed to be the battle that everybody was looking at.
Listen, we're watching the game. First of all, we're watching every game.
Yeah.
I mean, when they went up 3-1, they're up 17 in the third. You know, we preparing. You know, to possibly, you know, we feel like it's a collision course. That's been a narrative all year
long.
Yeah. All year long.
Even by the NBA, that's why they had y'all play against each other on opening night.
Opening night, like opening night, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And then gave us one more game.
Like the first
you know,
game,
the first game
the
inside the bubble, like Clippers.
Oh, everybody's counting on that.
So everyone was already counting their eggs and throwing them in the basket. So, you know, in Game 7, you know, even what happened in Game 5 and Game 6, like we were still preparing for the Clippers. Like, you know, no disrespect to Denver, which we found out was a damn good team when we played them in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
We found that out.
I picked them to win. I thought y'all were trash.
We picked everybody except y'all the whole time.
I kept doing it.
I definitely saw it. He's like, oh, yeah, I picked Denver. You guys, prove me wrong.
Hang on for a second, though.
Prove me wrong. I see everything. I just don't say anything. Prove me wrong.
Can we, for a second, weren't you the one that like said something out loud when Richard was on our air?
Oh yeah, we got
As
that
he's
too.
literally telling us Denver in 7?
Yeah, I was telling him, I was like, Denver's gonna win in 7, and Bron walks by, and I had the face like, ball head. And people, this is the thing, and this way, like, I appreciate the troll, because like, you know, at the end of the day, like, we are separate, but like you root for your boys. You root, and like the Denver boys, that was where I finished my career. So like Jokic, Jamal Murray, I have so much respect for them. But also it was like, yo, no, you know, I just decided to go against everybody. And so it's like, I have people like Jared Dudley's mom, because you run into everybody in the bubble. She was like, I was like, hey, good luck. She's like, didn't you say that so-and-so was gonna beat us? You know, I was like, yeah, but you know, it's just funny to me to say.
People were like, how dare you disrespect the guy that won you a championship?
I can't believe people still take RJ serious.
Yes.
Like, you guys, like, seriously, they get there in a bunch.
Yeah,
they get there in a bunch.
I troll
RJ
your
talks,
page.
man.
I troll SportsCenter's page.
Absolutely.
All I do is troll. Like, Bron will post something, I'll just be like, trash can. What are you talking about? Just
RJ's the best, man.
so
RJ's the
funny.
best. Channing is the best. I see Channing on Twitter all the time. Like, they went crazy at Channing a week and a half ago because he said, I don't care. Milwaukee didn't get better because Giannis can't score. People in their mind, they went crazy because all they was thinking, like, the guy averaged 30. What do you mean he can't score? But I know what Channing is basically talking about. Like, you got to break down the game. But everyone is so like instant oatmeal and so surface.
Mad.
Like,
did you support him when he said that Jordan? And then he tried to choose one.
What seriously went through your mind
When
he
he's
said
like, Jordan didn't have to do anything but score.
Oh,
Bron didn't want to these. Bron didn't want to these.
By the way, you ever
No,
seen?
listen.
Go ahead, Chan. I'll let you
so
explain.
mad.
I'll let you know what I did.
When somebody said he could average 50, I said, oh, so we just gonna put out like gravity doesn't exist. The sky ain't blue. Ain't nobody ever gonna average 50 in an NBA game. They're gonna double team your butt left and right. I don't care who you are, whether you're Shaq, Kareem, Jordan, Bron, whoever's next. No, Wilt Chamberlain. Come on, man. That dude was playing against 6'2" dudes, and he was 7'9". Stop it.
Listen, I
Give him his
completely
credit,
agree
but
with
anyways,
that.
go
I don't
ahead,
believe
go ahead.
nobody. There's nobody that's going to average 50 in our league. Like,
Nah.
Okay, now that's just disrespectful. I mean, no matter how great you were in your era and how great you are to play in any era, you know, if that's the case, I believe guys will average 50 in their era.
Yeah.
The era that they played in. So I don't believe that. But when Channing said what he said, if you ever seen the meme of Homer Simpson when he slides back into the bush, that was me.
Oh, no, that's not my boy.
People was so ready for me. They was like, why isn't LeBron saying anything? I was going on my thing like, are you crazy? I'm not touching this. I'm not saying nothing. Channing, go ahead. Go ahead and put him on the cross.
Yeah.
They put you on the cross for sure.
But no, back to the Clippers though. Back to the Clippers. Like that moment, because like you FaceTime me because you knew I was at the arena.
I knew you was at the arena. I seen you on
like,
TV.
You answered your phone, and you didn't know I was talking to Miles
I didn't know
Simon.
Miles was there.
Miles Simon, shout out University of Arizona. We like answer the phone, and we're looking like this, and you're like this.
I was like this. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I mean, to this day, I still can't believe it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the better team won.
Yeah.
That's what happened. But still, like, because everything, all this talking
that they
were doing all year,
Uh-huh.
and exclude Paul and exclude Kawhi.
Yeah.
You know, even exclude like, Trez and I mean, obviously we know who.
Now
we know
Trez.
Now
Now
it's
it's
talking shit.
Trez.
Trez might have said a little bit because he was a part of that crew.
Yeah, he part of the energy. He like no disrespect to Trez, but he kind of like Tristan. He gonna follow.
Yeah, he rolling.
He gonna roll. He gonna roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus talking
and that's
Trez,
why he loyal. Tristan, he's a loyal guy. And Tristan's a loyal guy. Like if he believe in you, he gonna rock with you. So, and they put themselves in a position to get what they've been talking about all year. And I just couldn't fathom the part or come to realization that they did not seek that opportunity when it was right there.
Yeah, up 3-1. Up double digits every game.
And just seeing the team that they had, they was built for that, I believe. They was coached for that, I believe. Obviously, they got our championship head coach on their bench and T. Lue. I just did not see them losing, just like everybody else in the basketball sports world. Did not see them losing that series besides one of my favorite coaches, Mike Malone, and his group. Yeah. Mike Malone is my guy. I mean, I spent, I believe 5 years with him in Cleveland. It's one of the guys I love the most. And
you ever with Kroenke? Josh Kroenke?
Yeah, Josh Kroenke is my guy. Shout out Josh Kroenke.
Shout out Josh.
Shout out your Rams. Love you guys. Love you, man. I can't wait to get to that new stadium.
Right. Up next on Road Trippin'.
The one thing that I know for sure, that I've been a part of 2 teams that's won the 2 hardest championships in NBA league history.
Chosen Family Wines. We got labels, we got juice, we got vineyards, we got winemakers, we got legends. Why Chosen Family?
What we put in our bottle and what we're about, we want to be a megaphone for vineyards and winemakers. In their versatility, they're great. Trust us. Give us a chance. You're going to like it.
You're excited for people to drink this wine.
I think we have a great product. I know we have a great product. I basically put my name on it, so obviously it must be good.
The shock was when it happened, and I had only been there a short amount of time because I got there right before the conference finals were about to start. So I'd only gotten out of quarantine for 2 or 3 days. And to see all Marcus Spears, to see all of the media people, because I was just watching the game and I saw it and I was like, what the hell? Did I turn around to look? And it was just everybody was just, they couldn't believe. And it was different than when you saw Golden State come back from because it was they were the best team in the league all year. Yeah. And even though KD and Westbrook, it was the
you
best
said they
team.
Had the ability to do that.
The best team, but it was just to watch that was my goal.
I just felt I felt the Clippers would win that series.
Yeah.
I felt like they just They had some championship DNA. Obviously, Kawhi, champion, T. Lue champion, Doc champion, and I just felt like they had built up enough mantra over that year to win it.
Okay, let me ask you this, because, and I'm sure you'll take this somewhere else too. Once it was all said and done, you had your moment on the mic.
Yeah.
And you said
Yeah.
the whole organization,
Yeah.
Rob Pelinka,
Yeah.
Jeannie Buss.
As much as
Jeannie
she's setting
Buss.
you up, she's setting me up.
Everyone
Yeah.
needed respect.
What's that one baseball game when you're a kid? What they
T-ball?
call it? T-ball?
Yeah.
That's basically what she did.
Yeah,
she
she
put it right on there.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a team player.
Yeah, you're great at what you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the lob. With that said, you said that you wanted respect on your name.
Put that respect on my name.
I want to know why.
I love having
I wanna
Shannon's
know
just
why.
voice floating.
Because I really do. I have literally not talked to you about it. I want to know why in that moment, and I want to know if the 4th championship has changed you.
Why did I say that just at the end about me or about everybody?
Well, I think.
Well,
about
okay,
everyone.
so- so about
How about
everybody.
everyone? Because
So-
one,
so
you
let me
know.
break it down.
Let me break it down for everybody. So first of all, the organization. Obviously, the Lakers have been on
Yes.
for the last 5 to 7 years, and rightfully so.
Maybe
Yeah.
longer.
Maybe longer.
Because they want
Maybe
you to
longer.
win. They want you to win.
But it was and from the outside looking in, and then when I actually got in it, it was, and I want to be a part of the change. So, okay, now
change.
we this is a change. The Lakers want their respect.
Yep.
Jeannie Buss being the only female owner, along with Portland because the late great, and also in New Orleans as
New
well.
Orleans.
Yeah.
But she's the first female champion
To
to win a championship.
Yeah. And there was a lot of beef. There was a lot of beef.
and
Like other things happened, but she took
Right.
over because
she took over, and obviously people know the story with her brothers and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And she, but more importantly, she wanted to just grab the Laker franchise. She had grown up underneath her father, the late great Dr. Buss, and knew what it took to win, and got it to that point. Love her to hate it, give her her respect. Rob Pelinka, obviously, was been on for the last few years, either with his relationship with Magic or whatever the case may be. He's only the GM because of Kobe and his relationship with Kobe. Whatever you say. He built a championship team. We won a championship.
Yep.
Coach Vogel as well. They didn't believe that they believe he was a second fiddle, for the Lakers job. It should have been T. Lue. Obviously, we know what happened with that. He put us in position. He made the right play calls. He made the right adjustments. When we played, okay, JaVale was starting. Okay, we play this team. Okay, well, I need Dwight in here. Okay,
even Keith.
you're starting. I need Keith in this series.
AD,
in the
you're
Houston
playing
series.
five. AD, you're playing
in the
five.
Houston
Suck it
series.
up.
JaVale, Dwight, this is not the series for you. Keith, AD, you guys got to dominate the interior.
Yeah.
AC, now you're going to have to start. In the finals, AC, I need you to start at one of the guards. He made those adjustments. He won a championship. And for me personally, after all that I've accomplished still in this league, there's still a conversation of like doubt. And I can hear and I see it. And I see it on my feed every time I post something with this jackass across from me.
I just do it to motivate you.
No, and I love it. I love you too. Just from people that really, that the basketball world, because it's the people on TV and there's writers that write, that people in the basketball world really listen to. And they really believe. And I'm not going to give any of those names on this show because they don't deserve it.
You want me to? No, I'm joking.
I'll retweet it when you tweet it.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That continue to discredit or continue to not to understand what, the drive that I put into it. They talk about these players, well, he doesn't have that same drive as them, or he doesn't have that same mentality as those. If he did, and they see what I continue to accomplish. So, it was a reassurance to myself, but it was also like to the naysayers and to the haters, which will always be there, even after I'm done playing.
I'm
But it's just
always
letting them
going to
know
be
that I
right
hear it.
here.
And to Channing.
You right here.
Yeah, I hear it, I see it, and just like one of the words I've been using today, holding them accountable.
Yeah.
And I'm holding them accountable.
Well, this is the part that I always consider you like big little brother. Big brother, because, you know, I respect like all the things that you do. Little brother, because I've watched you since you came in, like so many other people. But there was one part that caught me in your like speech at the end when Rachel tried to tee you up. A couple years ago, after we won the championship, you said, look at his face. You said, you know what? And I understood because I was a witness. No pun intended. I was a witness, no pun intended. You were like, I believe that right there, after we won championship, made me the greatest because you had done something that had never been done before. Our team had done something that had never been done before. And people don't understand from an athlete standpoint the confidence and the mental confidence that we have to instill in ourselves. And so I watched it and I was like, kind of like, not the Channing Jordan, it wasn't that, but I was like, ooh, our guy's got a lot of haters that are gonna use this against him. And so the same moment, now your 4th championship, and that same opportunity was given to you by Rachel Nichols and said like, hey, where do you think that this do it? And where I think even as a 35-year-old and you've accomplished what you've accomplished, you took a step back. And you were like, you know what? I'm smarter, I'm wiser, even than I was 4 years ago. You know what? That's not for me to decide. That's for everybody else. People are always gonna argue that. So like, I viewed it as a moment of maturity, right? Like, why is it that you took a step back in that moment? Not saying that you changed your mind or any of that.
Because I realized that the conversation is going to continue to happen no matter what, and it's great for the game.
Yeah,
it's great for the barbershops. It's great for the game. It's going to continue to happen. I don't know why. The one thing I don't understand is like, you know, you never hear, you know, the greatest quarterbacks. Always talked about. You never hear like, who's the greatest quarterback? You know, Brady or Montana. You know, you got Montana with 5, you got Brady with 6. You know, or you know, you used to hear the Peyton and Brady thing when they played, but you know, Brady started to win a lot more and things of that nature. But you never hear like every single conversation.
Even baseball.
Single day.
It's like Babe Ruth, and then people just move on.
Right, they just move
like,
on.
No more arguments.
Right,
Babe
no
Ruth
more
is the greatest
arguments.
baseball player.
Right, exactly. You know, so you know, and well, other sports, hockey, you hear Wayne Gretzky.
That's
you know,
it.
people move on.
You haven't heard anything since.
No,
You move on. Wayne Gretzky is the greatest. You move on. There's, you know, things of that nature. But, you know, the conversation is going to always be had, and it's great for debates because they want to compare errors. They want to compare players and who they've seen. The one thing that I know for sure, that I've been a part of 2 teams that's won the 2 hardest championships in NBA league history. The 2016 Cavs coming back from 3-1 versus 73-9 team, being down 3-1 versus one of the best teams that ever been assembled.
2-time MVP.
2-time MVP. And then what we went through in the bubble. And if you were not in a bubble, you don't quite understand it. You will never, ever understand how hard it was to win that championship, to be able to motivate yourself, to be this is literally out of your whole comfort zone.
No family, no friends.
family. I didn't see my family for 8.5 weeks. And then it was just my wife. I didn't see my kids until I got out of the bubble, 96 days. Everything you're accustomed to, your own bed or your chef, you know, your sleeping pattern, you know, you're so accustomed to, you know, for me, I'm a routine guy. And when my routine is like knocked off, it's like, I don't know, it's hard for me to center myself. So
I'm with you.
I'm literally in a bubble at times, like in my room, literally seeing the walls like this, like The Shining.
Just blood.
Just like blood coming down my walls. I go in the hallway, it's like 2 kids on a tricycle. I'm like, oh, holy what is going on? I got to go home. I'm ready to leave.
You haven't seen The Shining. We want you to play with us.
Yes.
You got to see The Shining.
It's one of the greatest ever horror movies. I'm a horror movie connoisseur, guys. I'm sorry for the people that don't watch horror movies, but it felt like a horror movie. In the bubble. And I just believe that I've been a part of 2 of the hardest championships in league history. And I don't care what anyone says about that. You can debate who's the greatest of all time individually, things of that nature and what they've done. But as far as the teams, that's won the 2 hardest championships in league history. I've been a part of that.
Did this one change you? Respect to answering that question, by the way.
Has it changed me as far as what, me individually or?
I think individually most, because I know that's what makes up who you are. And
I mean, it just it centered me once again, which I love to be centered and also love to be re-humbled. Not saying that I'm not, But it gave me an opportunity to just be like, this was an unbelievable achievement for our franchise, an unbelievable achievement for myself, what I was able to do for this team, what this team was able to do for me. And to be able to, like, I want more. Like, I want more. Like, I'm not settled and I'm not satisfied.
Up next on Road Trippin'.
It would be remarkable if movie theaters open up the same weekend as Space Jam releases. I'll crack this open.
Ooh, we got the 2020, John?
That worked. Ooh.
Yeah, 2020 championship,
Thank you.
2020 championship, Lakers
there's the
edition.
water. Yeah.
All for the pack.
Did I get my shipment yet?
I'm just gonna
Hashtag
put tequila
Global
in there. I'm gonna put some
1707
water in
partner.
it, drink it,
Yeah.
and then put tequila in it.
Okay.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna need ice because this is about to get sideways.
Yeah, we're just gonna sip it.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna just sip
But
it.
you know, that's not my strong point.
No, it's not.
That's not my strong point.
Once RJ get crazy, it's time for me to wrap up. Yeah.
Then the Irish exit is coming.
I love the pickup truck too, by the way.
No,
Can
yeah,
we-
it's still been grinded.
Can we dive into Space Jam?
Oh yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Let's get into that.
So, do you guys want
Take a
glasses?
sip and
Or,
then I got a dip.
I'll do that.
What'd you
do
say,
that.
Channing?
I said, take these sips so I could be here with y'all, and then I got a dip. I got dry.
You can dip now, actually. I mean,
we
really don't.
Can you hand this?
Damn!
Is that a hoodie
Oh,
or is that
look at
like a
this.
sweater with a hood?
It's a-
like,
it's
what
a
is
hoodie.
it?
It's a hoodie. It's a baseball hoodie for Portland baseball.
Like, dog, like you make it seem like you are like born and raised in
want?
Portland.
Listen, look.
Channing, before you leave,
Sometimes-
we're gonna toast. Do you
You know
have a
what,
road
Richard?
tripping glass in your hand?
Yes.
Check out that road
Thank you,
tripping glass.
Allie, for sending that to me.
We got wine glasses. We are official.
That show. I'll have a little coffee in this mug in a
Don't be
second.
stingy now.
Listen, I got to make sure I
Oh,
protect
God.
y'all. You know, I don't want to.
You're fine.
You know.
I won't tell anybody.
And if you want more, you know, we got more. Channing has a coffee mug. He's on a toast with a coffee
It's a
mug.
road tripping coffee
No, it's a
mug.
wine mug.
Oh, we got. Oh,
This is a wine mug?
You thought it was coffee? You think I'm gonna give you
remind
something
me of
for coffee?
Mexico.
It's beautiful.
Tomato, tomato. It works for both.
Tomato, potato. Potato, potato.
What did you say first?
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato.
I'm gonna go with the glass. It's just,
Yeah,
it's
you
just
can
part of
do
the.
it.
It's part of the.
That king.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of. It's
Just
part
make
of,
sure if you're saying something, that you want to be heard nationally, you're not sipping. You can hold it, you just can't be sipping it.
I'm a drink.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
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 We
cheers.
appreciate
Miss
you.
you guys.
Channing, when you get back and you're ready to get on
What
that
up, Sonia?
airplane, we'll do this all again.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Love
yeah,
you,
it's gonna
Channing.
be
Safe
a
travels.
3 hour.
Tell
Love
Lauren.
you too, guys.
Tell Lauren we appreciate her.
Yep.
I will tell the
Taking the
family I
time.
said what's
Tell the
up.
kids I said what's up.
Yeah, put them long fingers
Anytime you
down.
want to come up to Portland, get some
I
of this
mean,
fresh
listen,
air.
I'll be
Look,
there
you
because there's no
go.
bubble, so I'll be there. I'll see you soon.
All right, Space Jam.
Let's go.
Yes.
Still on time.
Still on time.
When is it coming out?
July 16th, 2021.
Oh, we're good. So we'll be back in.
My hope. This is my hope.
Yeah.
My hope is that the world begins to open up around June, around the time Space Jam comes out. It would be remarkable if movie theaters open up the same weekend as Space Jam releases.
Oh, you crossing fingers.
I am.
We're
I'm
gonna be in a
crossing
Why do I
fingers.
feel like he could pull that off?
Well,
though?
we're gonna be in a better spot than we are right now.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Come
Yes, we
April,
are.
May, June, we'll be in a better spot
We
than
will
are
be in
right
a
now.
better place. And personally, I'm a movie theater guy.
Yes.
Like everybody, people would think like, oh, LeBron, he gets movies sent to him. No, I actually go to the movie theater.
So much fun.
I actually go to the counter, get my popcorn,
Yeah.
and I sit in my seat.
Are you Red Vines or are?
You know I'm a Midwest guy. I'm a Twizzler guy,
Twizzler.
man. You know that.
Look.
You're a West Coast guy, man.
He's a bad. Like that's the one thing that I've always hated.
I'm
like,
a Twizzler guy.
No,
man.
it's Red Vine.
Ew.
Twizzlers are disgusting.
No, red
Red
vines
vines are dry.
Red vines
so
taste
good.
like it's just like
The
you
best
can't,
type
like,
of plastic.
they're
It's like wax.
like
best
wax.
type of
It's like
wax.
wax.
Red
And
Vine
it stays
tastes like
there for the
wax.
whole movie.
Ugh.
You can save it for later.
Ew.
You are
Ew.
so
Sonia,
gross.
what are you? Red Vine. That's my answer.
She's a West Coast.
She's West Coast. Exactly.
West Coast.
We went to junior high together.
Yeah,
My
West
girl
Coast.
Sonia. Shout out
Listen.
Sonia.
Shout out
Cheers.
Sonia.
You made the show, Sonia.
That's what I'm saying. But Space Jam, yes. I actually, I'm doing some reshoots for Space Jam this coming week.
Reshoots?
Yes, some reshoots. So some things that
Didn't
we
go well.
shot, but we feel like could be better.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going back on set. this coming week before training camp.
What do they do with the beard?
The beard is.
Was the beard the same beard as before, or all of a sudden you went from like?
It's a little short. It was a little shorter, so they trim it a little bit. But
Okay.
I rocked the beard in Space Jam.
Can you give a little like
Context?
insight? Yeah.
Space Jam.
Because everyone's like, is it going to be this like a sequel, the same-ish?
No, it's not a sequel. It's called Space Jam: New Legacy. It's not Space Jam 2. Space Jam: New Legacy, and there will be a basketball game. I'll say that, and there will be some people that are a little bit out of this world that we're competing against. So in the same,
Monstars.
you can call them that. They have a different name. I won't give the name, but it's more of a family movie. It's a parenting movie between me and my son, and me trying to demand my son to do something because I was taught that way growing up. Demand my son to play basketball. This is all you're gonna do. This is how you do it. And me as a parent not listening to my son and not believing in what my son is actually great at. So it's a tackling between me being a parent, supporting my son, and my son basically turning off at some point, and me trying to regain that trust throughout the movie, along with the great
If I had the ability to shed a single tear.
along with the great Bugs Bunny and Lola and Taz and Tweety and all of them.
Babs?
What's Babs?
She's sexy.
What's Babs?
Who's the? No, you know what?
There's
Go
Jessica.
there, go there.
There's Jessica Rabbit.
She's the greatest.
Yeah, greatest. Like, look, she can't help that she was drawn that way.
Yeah.
She can't help that she was drawn
Jessica
that way.
Rabbit is
Jessica
the greatest.
Rabbit.
Yeah, Who Framed Roger is like, she's the greatest.
Again, you didn't see Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
No.
See the tequila all of a sudden started.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Who's
Jessica
Babs?
Jessica
Babs Bunny.
Babs Bunny. Yeah.
Never heard of Babs Bunny. I've heard of
Have you ever
Bugs
seen
Bunny.
Space Jam?
Yes.
She's the girl bunny.
I thought that was Lola.
No, wait, what? That's Babs?
It's Lola.
It's
Lola?
Thank you.
It's
Thank
Lola,
you.
man.
I'm wrong.
It's
I'm
Lola,
wrong.
man.
Why did I think Babs? What was I
Yeah,
thinking?
because of the tequila, because of the Lobos.
I think when they was little, Animaniacs. I think the little one was called
that was
Babs.
Babs.
Yeah.
I could sing the whole Animaniacs song here, intro song.
Please do.
Are you serious? We're Animaniacs and we're zany to the max, so just sit back and relax. We'll laugh to the max. We're Animaniacs. Come join the Warner Brothers and the Warner sister Dot. Just for fun, we run around the Warner movie lot. They lock us in the tower whenever we get caught, but we break loose and then vamoose, and now you know the plot.
By the way. Kudos.
Animaniacs! I used to put on closed captioning when I was a kid and
By the
watch
way,
the
the
cartoon.
Animaniacs was amazing.
Amazing, because that's where we got Pinky in the Brain.
Yeah, for sure. What we're gonna do today,
we're
Brain?
Pinky in the brain.
brain.
Yeah, that's how I used to learn the. I had issues.
Okay,
It
so
doesn't matter.
Space Jam is coming out July 16th, 2021.
July 16th, 2021. The world will be in a better place and coming to a theater near you. Space Jam: New Legacy.
Up next on Road Trippin'.
When I heard the comment that Kyrie made, I wanted to, not only find the whole transcript, but also call my people. Once I got the whole transcript, I was like, damn.
Here on the Sports Gap, we love to report on the people that are reporting on sports.
Jimmy Butler is clubhouse cancer.
If that's what y'all worried about, good luck to y'all.
Edutainment. This is the world's finest sports and entertainment. I want to talk about athlete voices.
Spineless cowards like LeBron James.
Nonviolence is what it's all about.
This is known as the jock tax.
You too can have a successful career in the NBA. Man, I'm in the NFL. It's all good, man.
I'm your host, Richard Jefferson, and this is the Sports Gap. So much stuff happened while we were in the bubble.
Yeah.
Like, so much stuff happened. It was trippy. It was like I know you were there a lot longer, but it was like I felt like, yo, nice hands, thumbs.
All of them.
All of them,
Every
right?
finger is a thumb.
So, since this is a podcast, one of our other the original Kyrie, our guy on the podcast, guy that hit the biggest shot of my career, no offense.
Nah, for sure.
No. But there was a comment there about him during the finals where he was talking about, like, he was always the best option and for like a late game shot, which we know Kyrie is a monster late game. That's not even a question.
Right.
But he said, like, this was the first time playing with KD that he looks down the line and there's somebody else that can also make said shot. Now, we know that turns the internet crazy and everyone starts putting highlights of you or this person, whatever. Like, when you hear this stuff, and I'm not saying it's a direct shot at you, but the timing of it during the NBA Finals, and obviously there's a tremendous amount of attention. Like, what is your thought process? Like, was there any like contact or just like, or do you just channel out all that noise?
Well, I mean, first of all, Kai is one of the most talented players I've ever played with in my life.
Fact. I've ever seen.
The kid, I mean, I don't even want to, he's not a kid anymore, but back then he was. Yeah. He was a young kid still growing into his own, and the shit that he was capable of doing on the floor, I had never seen before. His ability to be 6'3", 6'4", but play as he was 6'8", 6'9". I literally seen him, like post up Klay Thompson, who's one of the best two-way players the league has ever seen.
Shout out,
and shoot over top of him.
Yeah.
And his ability to finish around the rim, his ability to make late game shots. I had so much confidence in him. I actually told Kyrie, I told him at one point while we played together that if you were not a league MVP someday, then you were selling yourself short. Because that's how much I believed in him.
Yeah.
And it's part of the reason why I came back home.
Yeah.
Besides the unfinished business, but I came back home because I'd seen the talent in him.
Didn't one of your children say, you're going home to play with Kyrie?
Yes.
Didn't they say?
Yes,
Yeah.
Bryce said that.
So excited.
Bryce was so excited because
he played. Damn, Bryce.
He used to play 2K, and Bryce was like, "You going home to play with Kyrie?" He was super juiced. I'm like, "I'm going home to what about Pops?"
Was like, what about where we were all born?
Yeah, right. So I knew the caliber of player I was getting, and if you see, obviously there's a clip out during the finals before one of the most clutch shots in NBA history, where I'm telling T. Lue to go to Kyrie.
I tweeted that.
Yeah, go to Kyrie because I knew the matchup that he was going to get. So, throughout that whole series, we were trying to get the matchup where we could get Steph put on him because they had put Klay on him.
Yeah.
You put 6'8" on Kyrie, his vision gets taken away a little bit, but the kid's so damn special, it still doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But we had seen the way Golden State was playing this throughout that Game 7, and nobody could score. If you look at the time from like 5-minute mark all the way till to Kyrie hits that shot.
There was nothing.
There was nothing. We got
a bad offense.
You got, Klay missed a shot. You got, Steph missed a shot. I missed a runner. Kyrie missed a floater.
Dre missed a shot.
Draymond, who hit 5 threes in the first half.
Draymond had 5 threes.
T. Lue was like, Bron, you want to defense?
Me and T. Lue get into it at halftime.
The halftime was the best.
Yeah, me and T. Lue get into it at halftime, almost come to blows. Kyrie was just like one of the greatest, like I said, one of the greatest talents I've ever seen. To go back to your question, when the comment came out, one thing about me, I do not make reactions right off the bat because, I've been a part of, I created it uninterrupted because there's times where you can say something and they can take about a small bit of it, and then this is what they blast out to everybody. And that's why I started uninterrupted, because I got tired of being interrupted about the things I was saying into the media, and they would only take, out of the 20 minutes I was talking, they would take 2 minutes, one clip, put it on there, LeBron says this. Yeah. And I got tired of that. So when I heard the comment that Kyrie made, I wanted to, not only find the whole transcript, but also call my people, send me the whole transcript. And I heard he did it on Katie's podcast. And I was a little like damn. Yeah. Once I got the whole transcript, I was like, damn. I wasn't like, oh, you tripping, I've hit game-winning shots my whole life. I was not like that. I was like, damn, because you were there for a couple seasons. I played with Kyrie for 3 seasons. The whole time while I was there, I only wanted to see him be an MVP of our league. I only cared about his success. And it just didn't align. Yeah. It just didn't align. And we was able to win a championship. Yeah. That's the craziest thing. We were still able to win a championship, and we could never align, but I only cared about his well-being, both on and off the floor, and it kind of like it kind of hurted me a little bit.
Yeah. Did it? Everything in life is always about timing. Like the time. Like, and my thing is like we all know. That's what it was.
Because it was the finals. Yeah, it was the
finals. We're in the middle of the finals, and
obviously,
look, Kevin Durant before his injury it was like you two. It was you two, and like you said, KD is one of those people that makes sure you wake up in the morning, even when you're tired, to go work out.
KD's a dog. He's so good.
And if he were to say there, like, when I'm tired, I wake up knowing that LeBron James is filming movies and I got to go work. I'm not speaking for him, but you guys motivate each other indirectly. Right. Magic did it the same thing with Larry.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Michael had the Pistons. Like, everybody had their same stuff. But, like, did the damn, was it the statement or was it the double damn, the timing? Like, yo, we're a couple of games away from trying to win another championship, and now there's this random story, narrative stuff going on.
You know, I want to say it was a double damn. It was definitely a damn for sure, all caps. But it's always been something that when I've been in the finals that comes out to try to distract me from my mission. So I was already ready for it, and that goes back to what I did with my kids. Being prepared. Yeah. I've always been prepared to know that there's going to be something said or done to try to knock me off of my mission. So that's why the double damn didn't happen. But it was when I was seeing that and I read it and then I got the full transcript and I heard it, I was like, I was like,
it's like, man, what? We could have said this shit in 2 weeks. We could have said it 3 weeks ago.
Like, goddamn. Like, I was like, you know, I came back, you know, I never, anytime the media asked questions about, you know, Kyrie, you know, and we had multiple times where the media wanted Kyrie, I was the buffer. I was like, no, listen, you guys are tripping. Like, this kid is young. Amazing. He's great. He's gonna learn. I'm here to help him learn, and I know what he's gonna become. And you sometimes, you know, you put yourself out there and then you get hit in the mouth when you're not ready for it.
But the thing that's hard about all of this is that for as much as you knew during those years how special Kyrie was, is just as much as he gave off in knowing that he needed you to get to where he wanted to be in the championship.
I only care, like, I only wanted Kai to grow not only as a basketball player, but also as a young man. Yeah. Throughout our time together, because when I got there, like you just said, all the attributes you just gave Kyrie, I saw that as well. Yeah. The kid gets a signature shoe from Nike, which we know it is a small. I mean, all the players that's played in our league, is all the players that's been with Nike.
And the shoe blows.
And there's not many signature guys, and I was like, that is a signature guy. Yeah. Because not only is his ability, what he does on the floor, but not only with his size and his handle, kids love that. Yeah. He's gonna have a following. That is a signature guy. So I was like, I told my guys at Nike, yes, if this is what you guys are thinking, stop thinking. He's a signature guy. There's nothing to talk about.
Up next on Road Trippin'.
I'm gonna tell you a story that no one knows.
That's what we need.
My closest friends. Besides my closest friends, I'm gonna break it down first and I'm gonna tell you.
Before you get to that, there's two players I want to ask him about. Two players. One, your teammate, Anthony Davis, and like the growth that we've all watched him. You had him on the USA team when he was straight out of Kentucky, and then obviously what he's accomplished. And then I want to talk about Luka for a second. Okay. Because I've watched you for however many years. Luka's numbers are annoying. Right. Like, his numbers are absurd. Like, we talked about, like, you were the first person to go, like, what did you have, like 30, 15, and 15 or something absurd. And then Luka, 2 nights later, had 25, 13, and 13. Right. And we're like, these numbers are ungodly. Yeah. Like,
my
how
brother
does he do it?
sends me a text during the playoffs, and he was like, he put it on Instagram. I think I sent it to you. And it was like, my favorite player, ... when LeBron James is done. Yeah. Yo, it's like my next favorite player.
Like, take me through what you saw, because there was a couple of moments with AD. Like, AD has been banged up. He's playing the 5, and there was a couple of moments where, like, I watched during the finals, and I was like, I want to see how AD's going to react. Whether he's falling on the ground, got hit hard, he was kind of having some moments, and you're like, Because in New Orleans, there were times where you're like, he would go to the back, he would come back, maybe you play, wouldn't be play.
Yeah.
This is the NBA Finals, like, this is the conference final. But AD showed up like a monster.
Yeah, so to answer your first question, AD is, we talked about Kyrie as far as how is gifted.
Yeah.
AD is even probably more gifted than Kyrie in the sense of, you add 7, 8 more inches of height.
Yeah.
And his ability to dribble, shoot. All 3 facets. So I'm talking about 3-pointers, mid-range, low post. His defensive paralysis is uncanny.
Yeah.
We saw that in Kentucky before his offensive package was able. It was not even.
Yeah. It was a monster.
Right. And then what I learned this year, like you just said, I watched him a lot in New Orleans where he would get these little nagging injuries and he would be out games.
Well, mind you, because New Orleans wasn't fighting for anything, so he was like,
right.
whatever.
So it makes sense, and I don't know if that was, from the outside looking in or whatever. And you saw, like, he would get the shoulder, or he would get the ankle, or he would get the bump, whatever, and he would sit out. This year, no matter what injury he had, his ass came back on the floor.
Besides, no pun intended, the buttocks injury.
Exactly.
He was out for like 6 games.
Exactly.
Because like that was severe.
Yeah, but it's the bangs.
Yes.
It's
like
the bangs.
severe.
Yeah.
So like he was dealing with a severe foot problem in the bubble, and he played through it every single moment, and he did not like the fact, and I saw that, he didn't have to tell me, he did not like the fact that they was out there, or my dog, who he called me, is out there playing, and I'm not out there.
Is that the moment in the huddle when he went down? We all thought the worst. Everyone did.
On the baseline?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was on the baseline.
And he came in,
grabbed his foot.
and there was a moment that the camera shot you guys. You looked angry as hell.
Because I know I can't afford to lose Anthony Davis.
Right. So
I can't afford to lose Anthony Davis and win a championship. Hell yeah, I was angry.
In that moment, though, was that what he was feeling? Because we were trying to figure out what the hell Anthony Davis was thinking.
Because all year, Anthony Davis falls, he gets hurt, he gets injured, but he gets up. And it just, at that moment on that baseline, I had already known with the foot issue he was dealing with. It took him a little bit longer to get up at that moment. Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, I've throughout my career, I've carried a lot.
Yeah.
I've carried a lot.
Yeah.
And I would do it, but damn,
that's a big boy.
I can't take up all of that. That's Anthony Davis. Like, I need him on the floor, and so the frustration had nothing to do with his injury. It had everything to do with, in order for us to be whole, like literally whole, this guy needs to be on the floor. And I thought at that very moment that he wasn't coming back in the game. I truly did.
We saw that. We actually, her and I were texting it. We were like,
he's not coming back.
He was like, I think Anthony might be done. I
think Bron's frustrated.
And he was like, Bron's pissed off, not because of Anthony Davis, because of this moment.
Right, because of this moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm with him every day, and in between games, we're in a room, we're playing Madden, or we're chilling and we're watching movies. I'm seeing the treatment that he's getting on his foot, and his foot is black and is blue. His heel is black and blue. And he's trying to get all the swelling out of it. He's trying to get all the color back to his normal form. And I've seen it, so I already know going into the game that he's not himself.
Oh, man.
So any little, any little, he could be compensating. So say, for instance, RJ, you know this. You know this too, you're an athlete. If you have an injury in your foot, something else could be triggering. You could have a calf you could have a hip that now you're compensating for other things in your body.
Klay Thompson's dealing with a knee and he tears his Achilles.
And even if it's not even on the same foot, you got Klay Thompson who's dealing with his knee, maybe on the right leg, and now he tears his Achilles. All of this aligns. Everything's aligned. So in my head, I'm like, he hurt his foot, but maybe it's triggering something else. He's not going to be able to keep going.
Yeah.
And it probably showed in my face. I'm like, I need. Not only do I need.
You're not good at hiding things.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, one thing about it. First of all, if I go my whole career, which is going to end like this, they're going to say that my facial expressions and my body language could have been better. Was terrible throughout my career. I apologize to all my teammates and coaching staffs.
But your teammates know.
But they know who I am, and they know. at the end of the day, you can give me the same treatment.
Yeah.
You
don't
give me
take
the
it
same
personal.
treatment.
You don't take it pro.
Like James Jones always told me, and I always say this every time, don't take it personal. Take it with you.
Take it with you. No,
take it with
100%.
Okay, with
No,
that.
he just answered Luka.
Oh, sorry. And Luka.
And that's the last one. That's the last one.
No,
First of
I
all,
got you.
I'm going to sit here and tell you a
players.
story. I'm going to tell you a story that no
Please.
one knows.
That's what we
Besides
need.
my
That's
closest
why I
friends.
asked.
Here.
Besides my closest friends, I'm going to break it down first, and I'm going to tell you. Luka is one of my favorite players in the NBA today. From the simple fact of the way I play the game is exactly how I love the way he plays the game. Team first, gets his guys involved. If you challenge me to score, I'm going to score. And at the same time, I'm going to score, and also at the same time, I'm going to keep my guys involved. But I play for the team, and I'm going to play with a sense of joy. When Luka was going through his contract negotiations with Nike, and you saw him at one point, he was wearing Jordans. He started wearing the other brands.
Other brands, you don't even say
Yeah,
the
I
name.
don't say the other
So
brands.
good at that.
He was wearing the other brands on his feet during practices in Notion. I wanted to begin Team LeBron and have Luka as my first signing with Nike.
Oh, wow.
This is what I wanted. I don't believe that my guys at Nike was ready for that. And obviously they were not, because he ended up going to Jordan.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if Luka knows this, but he will know it now. I wanted Luka to be the first signee of Team LeBron when he was going through his situation. And it didn't happen. He's still under the same umbrella of Nike's with Jordan, but I wanted him to be, and that's how much I believed in him.
Yeah.
And it's going to, I feel like it's going to haunt me a little bit.
It's going to haunt you.
But I wanted him to be my guy. I wanted him to be my first guy because I just love what he stands for. I love everything about him, both on the court and off the court. He's just a great guy.
And I can say this like purely like I haven't. Like Kyrie's got the crazy hands. Anthony Davis is 7 feet tall, right, with the ridiculous skill set. I have not seen somebody since probably you to be about between 6'6" and 6'8", 8.5", 9. That the game and everything is just like moving in slow motion.
To be able
he
to
just moves
at your own pace and be able to control every facet of the game.
Yeah.
He controls every facet of the game, from scoring to rebounding to passing to just his approach when he gets the ball. Like even if a team scores and his teammate outlets the ball to him to bring the ball up, you can tell the way when he's bringing the ball up, you have that magic. Johnson, Luka Doncic, you know, I don't like speaking about myself, but you know, we have that certain mantra, we have that certain demeanor. When we're coming up the floor, you like something special.
He's gonna do something.
If you go and decide you want to go to concession stand and get popcorn, you can miss something.
Yeah, Luka's that guy.
Luka's that special.
Yeah.
I think the only way to tie this up, if we have done everything that we need to.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Is obviously with the Lakers, you understand this, you know this. It's all about family. Here at Spectrum, it's the same. There's a reason why on a Saturday there's all these people in the studio, because you came to give us your time. But I also know that in this building, even our director right now is the Dodger main director. And I know you were very excited down the hall. We broadcast the Dodgers. You were excited about them winning a World Series.
Yeah.
And so I think at the end of the day, just bringing it full circle.
Yeah.
So can I hit on that point too?
That's why
I'm
she
giving you
set
that
you up.
opportunity.
Let me hit on that point because a lot of people.
Shout out to our director, Manny.
Yes, a lot of people think like, oh my God, well, what happened? I thought he was an Indians fan. I thought he was a Yankees fan. I thought he was
Cowboys
fan. Like,
Browns.
This is what you guys have to understand. If I'm in a respective city, well, this is all one family. When I play with Miami, you know, I rooted for the Marlins and I rooted for the Dolphins. Not saying that they were my favorite team,
Yeah, you root
but
for
at the
him.
end of the day, I'll root for them and I want them to be as great as they can be. When I was in Cleveland, I rooted for the Browns, which I still do today. You know, and it's tough at times, but it's okay.
Yeah,
And I root for the Indians. And obviously you guys can go back and see how we were at those games.
Show me a team having more fun than a baseball game.
You know, we root for our respective clubs because when we win and we all win, it brings so much more joy to our communities. Just a positive influence. Now that I'm here playing for the Lakers, besides the Clippers, I root for everybody.